Hello and welcome to TECHx Media. I have with me Nikhil Nanda, who is Operations Head at Innovations Group. And Innovations Group is present in UAE for over 2 decades, playing a prominent role in employee outsourcing and recruitment services. During this pandemic and seeing a lot of new things coming up in the recruitment sector, today we will have a discussion with Nikhil, particularly about recruitment scenario in technology sector. So without any wait, let's welcome Nikhil on TECHx Media. Hi Nikhil, how are you?
Hey, all well, Rabab. Thanks for bringing us on. We're happy to be here and hope to contribute as best as we can.
Yeah. Okay, Nikhil. So I would like to ask you about that organization in today's world have two basic approaches to embracing technology. One is to have an internal IT workforce or to outsource technology projects to existing established firms. Which one is better and why?
So honestly, there's no right answer. It really depends on the kind of service you're trying to build or the kind of technology you're trying to develop. I can tell you in our case, we went the in-house route where we developed our own technology, our ERP, which manages our, HR, payroll, and billing solutions for all our outsourced staff, is completely developed by our own team in-house. The reason we chose the in-house route was because we have such a large number of clients. We have over 200 clients. We have the need to be regularly flexible, adaptive, and we need to kind of, service our client needs wherever they come from. So we cannot have a rigid system. We need a system that we can continuously evolve on a daily basis. So that's the reason we chose to go with the in-house team. So we had that flexibility, that ability to kind of keep developing long term. So I'd say the answer is obviously decide on what you're trying to do. If it's a one problem solution where you're saying, I just need to fix this one problem, you give me this and I'm happy, then obviously outsource it and you can fix that problem. But if it's a long-term business requirement where you see growth, you see long-term management, you need daily involvement of the system, then definitely do it in-house because you need to have that control to change yourself.
Right. So then what are the current top trends in IT workforce outsourcing?
The IT workforce outsourcing is the same as any other top trend right now, which is work from home. You're going to see definitely on the IT side, a lot more candidates are working from home. So employers are actually investing heavily into the accommodation, the hygiene, the facility from where their employees are working from. And this is because the employee is almost spending about 20 hours in his apartment, right? 12 hours is work, 8 hours is sleep. So you need a facility which kind of can keep up the productivity, ensure that your employee's satisfaction is met, and that's how the employee can actually work better. So investing in better workstation, better chairs, better hygienic facilities, and really looking into the accommodation you're providing your employees rather than just giving an allowance, which is what it used to be. That's the current trend. Invest in those kind of facilities to increase productivity.
Okay, so Nikhil, considering the current job searching scenario in the region, what kind of jobs are in demand in the IT sector? And do you have any comments for IT professionals?
So honestly, right now, if you're an IT professional, don't be demotivated. There's more than enough jobs for you, and there only will be more jobs. But to narrow it down and call out specific, IT fields, I'd say the first is on the data side. On the data side, your database administrators, your data scientists, and really all your professionals that are kind of managing and recording and storing and ensuring that the data is A, stored properly, and B, as well as analyzed efficiently. That really improves the journey of any company. Any tech company right now needs to have a strong hold of their data. And then obviously touching on that, the more data you get, the more secure you need to be. So security engineers and all professionals on the security side need to be quite strong, because the more data you get, the more data you need to protect. There's privacy policies, there's leakage issues. So the kind of security positions you have in tech firms right now are key. So anything on the data side in regards to analyzing, securing, and kind of improving are key positions in the IT field right now.
Great. Now my next question is about the hiring process. How are businesses incorporating technology into their hiring processes?
So I think most businesses definitely are investing more in AI to really do their assessments. Again, most of the investment right now is happening on the volume-based position. So if it's still like a very niche position, it requires a little more personal effort, personal touch, personal analysis. But your volume positions where you regularly hire this kind of a position, there's large attrition, you're kind of just continuously churning. Tech is being introduced heavily on the app side, making the applications more specific to the position that's being applied for. What used to happen was you'd always get like a really large form every time you applied anywhere, and you kind of have to fill all these details. But what companies are doing now is saying that, listen, if you're applying for this specific position, we only need these 5 or 10 data points. We don't need the whole form is what you used to do. So companies are using intelligence to target specific job positions to ensure that candidates are being assessed in a more automated manner. Chatbots are being introduced to improve frequency of chat functions, and AI is being heavily introduced to kind of ensure that the candidate that's coming on already has some 70 to 80% level accuracy of being a match to the position he's applying for.
Okay, excellent. Now my last question is about HR outsourcing. Please give some insight on the growing digital trends in HR outsourcing.
So the growing digital trends in HR outsourcing are, definitely on the recruitment side. The ability to create a database of qualified candidates, the ability to assess these candidates in a more unbiased manner, where it's not just dependent on the one recruiter who's speaking to the candidate, but actually on certain elements of the job which prove whether this candidate is the right fit. Psychometric analysis. There's a lot, that we're investing on ensuring that the candidates who are applying or that we are presenting to our clients fit the kind of company culture, fit the level of pressure that might be required for the job, or certain personality traits that are required for this job. So definitely on the digital trends, I'd say a lot of investment in technology to ensure that the candidate you're kind of presenting to your client is screened in a more efficient and organized manner. And then finally, obviously on hirings of IT related personnel, clients are being, the trend right now is to hire a lot more people offshore, prove their ability to perform, and outsourcing entities really need to manage this facility, this idea of hiring people from another country, having them placed there, and then eventually bringing them to the client's premises, maybe once travel restrictions ease up, maybe when things get easier. So the amount of investment into infrastructure, conferencing solutions to ensure that the candidate is able to interview, able to manage the HR process from abroad is key. Outsourcing entities can't say anymore that we focus only in this region. We need to be able to expand and ensure that our HR and recruitment process is smooth, regardless of where the candidate is in the world.
Very right, very right. Thank you so much, Nikhil, for being here and sharing this valuable information with us. And we hope to have you again with TECHx in future. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Rob. Take care.
Goodbye, everyone. Stay tuned to TECHx for more updates about what is happening inside the technology industry.